confiscate the money. That girl is a real proud beast. Small world, all her friends know me.
So back to the Reindeer MyLEAGUE here in TK team. Last episode, 7th season of the Reindeer MyLEAGUE, and we actually went to the WCF and lost the Phoenix Suns. So obviously we did not win the NBA championship last year, but this episode is a little bit weird though, since I was recording, went checked over to the computer halfway through, and the computer went and just froze. Is just a mess. So only half the season was available. The playoffs just was gone. So I went and tried making it as best as I can. The off season though was saved just based on I looked over and luckily saved at the right time. But this season a little more odd just based on that half the recording is gone for the playoffs. So the playoffs, I'll try and describe it as best as I can, but safe to say we had a great season though this season, obviously. But going into the season though, obviously you had Josh Jackson, the crew, back at it again. DeAndre Ayton was, I believe, MVP last season, so he had a great season last year. But this is our lineup after last year. We obviously have O'Neal at power forward, we have Ayton at center, we have Mac Winter, we drafted in the draft, 84 overall. He's gonna be a great player for us. Plus we went and signed Steph Curry, Kevin Love, DeMarcus Cousins, and I believe DeAndre Jordan, who we traded in the offseason earlier. But we start the season 13-1. We're killing it so far in the Western Conference. The Spurs second in the West right now. So the Spurs seem to be making a comeback, I guess, this season, just based on they're really not that good the past few seasons. So the Spurs making a comeback here. We're 29-4, now 30-4 on the season. We're doing very well, I guess, for our team, since almost every single year we go and lose a valuable player who we went and developed, and then he just goes to free agency just based on our salary. So our salary situation, a big mess right now. Almost all of our starters are making over $25 million. So we're kind of pressed against the cap, I guess, considering that all our players are superstars basically on the bench. And the guys who even develop are very good. But all-stars this season, we do have Wendell Haynes, we do have Floyd O'Neal, we have Karl Anthony Towns, as usual in the East. But when it comes to the West, though, you have Dennis Smith Jr., we have DeAndre Ayton, Josh Jackson, and we have Kenny Knight. So 3 all-stars this season. A great overall regular season so far for the first half. Plus, you have former Reindeer member Nikola Jokic on there too. So great to see that, as Kenny Knight is in the three-point contest here, and Mac Winter obviously on the Stars team for the All-Star game. So award-winning right now, we do have DeAndre Ayton second in MVP right now, 20.5 points per game, 18 rebounds. But Rookie of the Year, fit Mac Winter in 5th. 6th Man of the Year, you have nobody there. DPOY, do you have DeAndre Ayton and Josh Jackson first and second there? Obviously there's so great overall season so far. But at the end of the season, DeAndre Ayton won MVP, back-to-back MVPs for him. Lil Stone won it over Mac Winter for Rookie of the Year. Chris Dunn, 6th man, and DeAndre Ayton won DPOY for the 8th time in a row here as All NBA first team. Obviously DeAndre Ayton on there. Second team, you do have Nikola Jokic and Josh Jackson, and then All NBA third team, you have nobody on there. All defensive first team, you have Josh Jackson and DeAndre Ayton. Second team, nobody on there. And all rookie first team, we do have Mac Winter as our all rookie first team member. So great season for us. But the playoffs, we basically went like this. We went and swept the entire playoffs. We won every single game, and we won the NBA championship for, I believe, the 4th or 5th time in franchise history. So great overall season. Obviously, Josh Jackson was your finals MVP, 4-0 against the Milwaukee Bucks in the finals. Just a great overall finals for us. But even in the draft, you took first overall there through, I believe, the New Orleans pick. So the first overall pick here in 2027 NBA draft.
The first pick in the NBA draft, Chad Strong from the University of Southern California. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Warren Dawson from the University of Minnesota. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Peter Bonner from Wichita State University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Simon Burke. With the 5th pick in the NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Herman Gill from Kansas State University. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Jesse Mitchell from Duke University. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Chase Adrian from Penn State University. We have a trade to announce. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select the 20-year-old power forward from Duke University. The 9th pick in the NBA draft, John Scott, Boston College. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Paul Augustine from the University of Washington. The 25th pick in the NBA draft, Lionel Walker from the University of Arizona. And the 30th pick in the NBA draft, Francis Field from Iowa State University.
This is easily one of the greatest draft classes I've ever seen of all time, practically. Chad Strong goes first overall to us, 84 overall, 20 years old. And look at this, look how many 75 and over players in the top 10. Not a single one, except 10th overall, is below 75 overall. So great overall draft. We took John Scott, the 9th overall pick, 76, 21 years old. So, I mean, this draft went very well for us. Obviously, went to basically 2 key role players in this draft. And I believe we'll probably do way better next year than we did in the regular season this year. So options do have Matt George. We accept his option, same with Harrington. But NBA options, we really have nobody on here. Edgar Goodman, and that's about it for declined options for superstars. Jeffrey Rivers and I believe Morrison, we go and qualify them. But Jeffrey Rivers, we do not have enough money to sign him. We need him back, so you go and trade our point guard back to the Nets for a first round pick from Atlanta. Then you go and trade Tayshaun Prince from that trade for a first round pick, just get rid of the salary. And we go and sign Jeffrey Rivers, at least offer him a contract. Same with Jonathan Morrison, just based on the great players. We want to bring them back, obviously, in the free agency. But in the NBA free agency, we have Jabari Parker, Edward Goodman, Jamal Murray, Andre Drummond, all kind of lower players. But we signed Jonathan Morrison there, and we re-signed Jeffrey Rivers. We cannot sign John Wall back to the team just based on salary. So that's our team after the season. Crazy overalls here. And I guess in this episode over here, make sure to subscribe for more Reindeer MyLEAGUE. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.